Hey everyone, it's time for another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. We're on scenario 5.1 in the Hall of Blessed Rebirth. Advancing the Blessings deck, the first card we get here is the Geniekin. Okay, the Geniekin states that it's a check to defeat combat 8, and the difficulty to defeat is increased by twice the scenario's adventure deck number. So that's going to be, this is scenario 5, so 10. So it's going to be an 18 in order to defeat this creature. Okay, so then, looking at my hand here, I have an Acid Splash spell. I'll go ahead and use that. Arcane skill plus a d6. Then we're going to recharge the staff, the Anubis staff. That way we're going to go ahead and add a d12 and we'll keep it at that. Okay, I have to roll an 18. I'm adding +2 to this check. Okay, so I rolled a 1, a 7, and a 3. So fortunately in my hand I have a Blessing of Khepri, which will allow me to turn every 1 into a 6. So I'll turn that into a 6. That's going to give me a 16. I needed an 18. But fortunately I can recharge a card. I'll recharge an Immolate spell in order to get +2. So just barely made it. I have a Staff of Focus in my hand, which says I can discard this card or reveal this card and discard a spell to automatically succeed at your Arcane or Divine recharge check. That's pretty cool. So what I can do is I can actually recharge a card or recharge a spell in order to get the spell back automatically. Pretty awesome. We're going to do that. Recharging 2 things. And let's see. Now this barrier or that creature is banished. Resetting my hand. Pretty exciting. And let's see. Before I reset my hand, I'm displaying this card. I had that ally. Now I'll reset my hand. Advancing the Blessings deck, and we get an Immolate spell. Okay, let's see. We need to get Arcane check here. Rolling for that. Okay, that's pretty awesome. We get that spell. I'll go ahead and use a Blessing of Ra to get an extra exploration. And we get a Plague Zombie. So let's see. Immune to Mental and Poison traits. Combat 11. Alright, not too frightening here. I have an Immolate spell. I'll just go ahead and use the Immolate spell, d10 plus 2d4, plus, I feel pretty confident that that's all I'm going to need. I'll go ahead and shuffle in my ally, Idoring, for another d4. Okay, so I rolled an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and another 3. Okay, so basically that is more than enough. This creature is banished. Advancing, well, I'm going to roll, see if I recharge my Immolate spell. So I do. I got a 6 there. So the Immolate spell, well, actually, yeah, that's right. I needed an Arcane 7, and I rolled an 8 total. Let's go ahead and reset my hand. Advancing the Blessings deck. Let's see what we get. Alright, we get Unwrapped Harmony. Don't think I'm going to be acquiring this card, but we'll go ahead and try anyway. Diplomacy check. So roll a 4, and my diplomacy is +4, so 8. I could get that to a 9, 10. But as it is, it says here that if you fail to acquire this card, move to a random other location and end your turn. There aren't any other locations, but I do have to end my turn. That card gets banished. No need to reset my hand. Advancing the Blessings deck, and we get a Blessing of Anubis. Let's see, Divine 8 or Charisma Diplomacy 11. I really want that card, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Blessing of Abdar. I'm going to do my Diplomacy, which is d6. I get to add +4 to that roll. So I rolled a 6, 7, and I get to add 4. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, sweet. that is awesome. It's a loot 4, so I might be able to trade that into a trader later on for some stuff. The hand is good. I'm going to advance the blessings deck. Alright, we get a Fire Hydra. Okay, before you act, I have to succeed at a Dexterity or Acrobatics 8 check. So let's see what I'm going to do here. Okay, I have the Blessing of Anubis. So I'll just go ahead and use that to roll 2d6 to get a Dexterity 8 check. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get that up to a 7. So I failed. I have to take 1d4 minus 1 fire damage. So 4 minus 1. So I have to take 3 points of fire damage. I have the Djinn Favor Amulet in my hand. I can reduce. So it says here, recharge this card to reduce all damage dealt to you by 2. If it's acid, cold, electric, or fire damage, you may then recharge a random card from your discard pile. Okay, so we're going to stop 2 of that damage. Then, what we're going to do is we have to discard a card. So we'll discard a Flame Staff as damage. And now I'm going to randomly pick a card. 1, 2, 3. I have 5 cards in my discard pile. Which one's going to be recharged? It's this one. So recharging a Blessing of Khepri. Okay, so that amulet was pretty cool. Now I have to defeat the Fire Hydra. Let's see. So I have a Lightning Bolt spell which will help out. So it's just my Arcane skill plus 3d6. So rolling for that. Yeah, more than enough. Okay. So this, actually that's a basic monster. So it will be banished for the remainder of the whole campaign. A Lightning Bolt spell, rolling for that. Seeing if I recharge. So 6. I don't. I have the Staff of Focus that says discard this card or reveal this card and discard a spell to automatically succeed at yours. So cool. So I have to recharge the Ice Storm to keep the Lightning Bolt spell. That Staff of Focus, I have to start using that more often. It's really a great card. Okay. Resetting my hand to 8 cards, since that's what I have here. Advancing the Blessings deck. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we have the Henchman. So Nalia. Immune to mental and poison. Before you act, each character at your location must succeed at a Constitution or Fortitude 8 check. Okay, ouch. My Constitution is just a D6. I'm going to go ahead and use a Blessing of Ra for 2d6. Alright, so I rolled a 4 and a 5. So that's awesome. So I made that. So now I need to have Acid or Electricity trait, or Nalia is undefeated. Unfortunately, in my hand, I just have the Frost Staff, Unshakable Chill, Anubis Staff. So I don't have anything that's going to help me defeat this. But then it says here, I have the Anubis Staff. So it says here, bury this card to evade a monster you encounter that has the undead trait. I'm going to do that because I'm going to go ahead and bury it. She's undead. I'm going to evade her because as it is, I don't have any way to defeat her. So it seems like pretty pointless to use spells. There's 4 cards left in the location deck. Rolled a 1. So we're just going to keep that there. Let's see. What I want to do is I'm going to, I really need to get something with the Acid spell in order to defeat that Henchman. I'm determining whether or not I want to toss some cards. I'm going to toss 1, 2. I'm tossing 3 cards as damage, just in the hopes that I get something with Acid. Get an Immolate. Okay, I got the Acid Splash spell, Acid Jet spell. I'm resetting my hand down. It might be, let's see if that pays off. Advancing the Blessings deck, we get a Blessing of the Ancients. Going to roll for Divine there. So I rolled a 4. That was a 4. So anyway, we have the Blessing of the Ancients. We will go ahead. We're not going to use it. We're going to keep it. I'm going to toss an Immolate spell. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to advance the Blessings deck. we're going to see what we get. We get the rolling sphere. Ouch. The rolling sphere says before you act, each other character. Okay, no other characters here. So now I have to have a check to defeat. So either disable 9 or dexterity acrobatics. It's going to be dexterity. I have a blessing of the ancients, so I can roll 2d6, and that's actually, you know what? Oh, cool. So in my hand I have the acid splash spell. It says for your combat or disable check, discard this card to use your arcane skill plus 1d6. Okay, sweet. Arcane skill plus 1d6 for my disable check. That is amazing. Alright, so I rolled an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I only needed to disable 9. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and use the Staff of Focus to discard the Unshakable Chill spell, or recharge it to recharge automatically the Acid Splash spell. Okay, pretty cool. I like it. We're doing pretty good. What we're going to do, so this barrier is banished. Let's see, I'm wondering if I want to do an extra exploration or not. I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm just going to reset my hand. I'm going to advance the blessings deck. Okay, we get Nalia. Okay, so once again, have to do that Constitution or Fortitude 8 check. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use my Blessing of the Ancients. I'm rolling 2d8 or 2d6. So I have to do Constitution 8. I need an 8 or higher. Alright, so I rolled a 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty awesome. So I do it. Don't have to deal with that effect. So it says if the check to defeat does not have the acid or electricity trait, I have the acid jet spell in my hand. So acid jet says it's going to be arcane, which is d10, and it has another 1d6 for the acid jet. I have Sophronia, the ally, in my hand. I can discard this card to add 2d6 and the magic trait to my check. So I'm going to do that. I also have the Staff of Focus. Staff of Focus is now getting recharged, so I can add a d12. Okay, a lot of good stuff here. Rolling, I get to add 2 to this roll. d6 falls on the table. Okay, so I get an 8, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 28, 29, 30. Cool, so I got a grand total of 30. Rolling to see if I recharge the Acid Jet spell, and I do. That's the one good thing about those low-level spells, is they're easy to recharge. So she is banished. If defeated, you may immediately attempt to close this location. Okay, so it says here, when closing, succeed at a Wisdom or Divine 7 or Intelligence or Craft 8 check. Let's see. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do a Wisdom 7. Shucks. That means I have to either roll, I have the Blessing of Kepri in my hand, so either I have to roll 1 or 6 or Intelligence. My Intelligence is D10, but that's it. So it's going to be 7, 8, 9. Shucks. I think I'm going to try 33. Yeah, I think either way, odds are either way it's going to be, okay, it's going to be the, I'm using my Intelligence. Alright, Intelligence check. Alright, I rolled a 3. I could bump it up to a 5. So I don't close this location, which really sucks. I'm going to go ahead and use Idori. Discard this card to explore your location. Let's see what we got. Okay, we get the Shrieking Plant. So, if undefeated, so Wisdom, it says if undefeated, examine the top 3 cards of your location deck and encounter the first monster you find, then banish it. Well, there's no more cards in the location deck, so this Shrieking Plant, we just can banish it, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and reset my hand. So, wow. So having a hand size is dangerous. I only have 1 more card in my hand. Advancing the Blessings deck. So this is my last chance to close this location. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roll. The only thing I have in my hand to help out is the Blessing of Kepri. So rolling D10 for Intelligence. We're going to get a new die here. See what we get. Alright, so we get a 9. Boom. On the money. 9. So I only needed intelligence of 8. Sweet. So down to the very last blessing. In the blessing deck, we defeated the Hall of Blessed Rebirth. That could have been a lot worse because of the poison damage effect that it has here. So let's go ahead and do a quick deck check here for Ahmotep. See, those are the discarded blessings. Here is the state of her deck right now. Looking at that, the reward for this adventure was actually a skill feat. So let's do that really quick. Let's check out her skills here. There are her skills. So Ahmotep has some skills. Let's see. I think what I'm doing, I pretty much want the balance. I know the Constitution. Let's go ahead and zoom in there. Let's see. Can we do that? And we can. Okay. So with the skills, I was thinking, you know, obviously we need more Constitution, but I think Wisdom is Wisdom's where it's at. So we're going to go ahead and give her this is a skill feat. So we'll go ahead and increase her Wisdom. Now let's see, let's just, for the deck check, what we're going to do is let's just see what kind of, since we're on level 5, I can only trade level 4 or level 5 items. So let's just check out the level 4 or the level 5 items. So we really didn't, okay, so what we got, so we got the extra blessing which we could trade. So I could get rid of, see, that's a really good spell. So this is what I have to trade to the traders. Let's go ahead, technical difficulties here, there we go. So we have these 4 cards I could trade. I really want some more spells, but then I would either have to get rid of this blessing and another item, which is the ally. If only I gained some more loot. Did I gain an extra ally? I didn't gain an extra ally there. I didn't gain, I think I gained that spell. I'd be able to keep an immolate spell, and let's do it. What we're going to do is, since we gained an immolate spell in that scenario, let's go visit, let's see, we're going to go visit old Hayden Hopper. He's going to offer us some spells. Let's do it. Well, this was also in my my deck. That was in my that was the last card remaining in my library, so to speak. So Hayden Hopper's offering us spells. Shuffling up the spells really quick. Rolling a d30. Seeing where I'm going to cut this deck, and we get 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, let's see what Hayden Hopper's offering us. So this is only 3 or 4 spell. So he's offering Chain Lightning. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. He's only offering a 4 or a 5. We're on level 5. So 4 or a 5. So he's offering these 2 great spells, the Sirocco or the Monstrous Physique, but he's only accepting level 4 or 5 things. Okay, so that's my choice. We're at Hayden Hopper right now. I'm going to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. It's like, do I want to trade for either Monstrous Physique or the Sirocco card? So I will let you know at the start of the next adventure, which will be Adventure 5.2. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed watching. Alright, and I'll have another scenario up shortly.